Calgary, you're curious about what's going on in the market, and I am here to deliver. So here are the numbers for the townhouses in Calgary for the month of July. Now, I'm going to go through this fairly fast, so feel free to pause the video at any point to look over the data. My goal is to keep this short and to the point. Hi, my name is Fyfe, and I'm your Calgary Realtor. I'm here to help, so feel free to shoot me a text or give me a call if you have any questions. So let's go. So let's start this off by looking at the year-to-date stats package for 2022. Now, this chart is a little bit to digest at first, so take your time. I'm going to start with the total sales and work my way down. You can see that total sales have continually fallen from the high seen in March and April. But if we were to go down to the price point, you can see that the benchmark price for townhomes is staying fairly steady. I would have to imagine that this is caused by many people being priced out of the market, as detached and semi-detached homes have seen a large increase in price year over year. Now, new listings have fallen quite a bit, which has caused inventory to decrease as well. This is a very different story compared to the single-family homes. Sales to new listings are relatively close, which is almost balancing out the market for the month of July. Overall, if new listings continue to slow down with the total sales, I don't think that we'll see too much of a price shift in the townhouse sector. Okay, so this next chart is pretty similar to other property types in a way. A run up in March, April, then a leveling off in price over the last couple of months. This is the total townhouses across Calgary. So we will need to break this down into each individual quadrant to see what is happening in each one in the next chart. But for now, you can see that the blue bar, which is inventory or the leftover homes at the end of the month, is steadily increasing as sales are slowly decreasing month over month. Now, townhouses as a whole will probably see some more decreases in the coming months, but we need to break it down into each quadrant to get a full picture for your personal situation. So this next graph is also a lot to digest at first, so feel free to pause the video and browse the information. Now, I'm going to place a bottom on the right-hand corner to showcase the different quadrants of Calgary. But starting from the left and working our way right, you can see that Calgary South has had the most activity for the month of July, whereas Calgary East only had about 10 sales. Now, it's pretty crazy to see just how different the townhouse market is right now compared to the detached and semi-detached market. The sales to new listing ratio are fairly strong, especially in the Calgary North and Southeast. They both actually sold more units than were listed, which would mean that there is a greater demand in those quadrants. So when hopping over to the months of supply, you can see that every quadrant is under 3. So city center is fairly balanced out with 2.87, but places like Calgary North, Northwest, South, and Southeast could very well see some price increases over the next couple of months before we hit the winter. Now, moving along, here are the benchmark prices for each quadrant. And finally, the price percentages. So year over year, every quadrant saw double-digit price growth besides the city center. Now, both the Southeast and the North saw price increases of over 20% in 1 year. Month over month, every quadrant stayed relatively flat, minus the city center, which saw a 2% decrease, and East, which saw a 1.5% decrease. All in all, I would have to say that the townhouse market is still in demand compared to other products. I would have to believe this is because many people were priced out of the semi-detached and detached markets, so now they have to step into the townhouses. Lastly, let's look at what price points are the most active in the townhouse sector. So this is a year-to-date chart, so every sale from January 1st to July 31st. You can see that the $300,000 to $400,000 price range is the most popular, where $200,000 to $300,000 are next. So the blue, the green, and the yellow bars represent the year-to-date sales for townhouses for the past 3 years. You can see that this year had a welcome run-up in sales, as a lot of people are capitalizing on the lower interest rates and are still able to buy an affordable product here in Calgary. All in all, the townhouse market is still relatively strong to other markets here in Calgary, and this is actually a pretty fun sector to follow, and we'll be continuing following this over the next few months. Alright folks, that's all I have for you today. I really hope that you got some value from this video. This was one of the more exciting sectors to actually look into. Now, my calendar link is below if you want to book a time to chat about anything real estate, or you can simply call or shoot me a text. But that's it for now, so until next time, peace.